With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Watch the screen.
They go quickly here out to Moore. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So if they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for the Panthers. First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, Love almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake. Love. Sliding out of the pocket. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
4.
Come on.
Brings up third
On third down, Love. And this is going to be incomplete.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Palardy now on to punt as he sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's first and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Turn up. Check 43.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. He's got a first down past the 30. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Here's Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right. And this is taken in at the 5. 39 yards there, a big one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. On first down, here's Breida. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. Here's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. John Ross there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run the draw play with Mack, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
Versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So line of scrimmage still a 39 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. So that'll back them up 5. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Love. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Back to throw. Love. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Matt Breida, 30 yards. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker plugging the rock.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Does the big boy have the juice? And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The 31-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card week. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Taken in at the 11. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. This is Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
A gain of 14.
First down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Flush to his right. Got a man open. It's Ross. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Wilson.
That's a what?
Open man is Ross, complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try to go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Adams on the draw, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Michael Palardy now as he's on to punt for Carolina. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So we come upon it. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this 3rd quarter. And you know, both of us gave these guys a real shot coming in here, but I don't think anyone saw this on the road with this lead in the playoffs. They've looked good a lot of times this year. This is probably as good as they look.
Well, it's been a textbook game for them because what you talk about as a visiting team is putting the pressure on the home team. And what puts more pressure on a home team than to be behind the entire game? Because the home crowd's there really for a coronation. They expect to win. And when you're behind, it takes the crowd out of the game. And then the crowd gets a little bit uncomfortable, maybe a little bit frustrated with the home team. And that gives you an extra advantage.
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards.
First down.
Now Wilson on first down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and through.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36.
Off play action. Love. He's going to look deep for more. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, 64 yards. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are clicking on all all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
It's second down.
Crunch.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and the pressure gets to him again. Brian Burns in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start on the ground with Mack, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
The 37-yard line.
Staying on the ground with Mack. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I know you.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. This complete to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Here's Michael Palardy now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Come on, set. Great stone. Bravo. Hey, I'm coming. Check. 52.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. Oh, nice move. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Intended for John Ross. Incomplete.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
And 1 yard to go.
Hey, watch it.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson going deep downfield for Ross. It's caught inside the 25. Then he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one. On the final act of the 3rd quarter. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They run again with Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Check pass. Check 24.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd down and goal. Wilson, end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. John Ross saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. On On 1st and 10, Love. And that's complete to Adams. And he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. There he goes left side. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
The kicker on for the point after.
So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause.
The Panthers take
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Throwing again. Love. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Looking to throw. Love. He's going to look deep for more, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Ross on the return.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready. Now the wolf. 22, Jet, Bomber. 22, Jet, Bomber. 49, check. Shoot up.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Now they try the right side here. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Joker. High 7. Go. Switch. Check 13.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead.
56, Panthers 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Panthers take over.
Come on, fellas.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter will just have him puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, here's Adams, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the
The Panthers on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. It's caught here by Adams. 8 yards there and a 1st down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best, and and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Love. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Kill.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Big edge.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. A tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
But they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style. That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now it's Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
We got 4.
Now Wilson throwing again. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 54 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. The extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
More often than maybe people realize, so adjustments are often a big part of each and every game, and it's not just getting to halftime. It's series to series to make it work, and being able to hang in there when there's a little adversity early and see them able to flip it around, it's kind of gratifying for a team to watch, especially for a coach.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
Let's go, G.
And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL